My name is Ken Lander. I am a farmer of coffee in Costa Rica. I am a recovering trial lawyer. I was in Atlanta for 14 years as a trial lawyer, and I came to Costa Rica not to be a lawyer anymore. I lost all my money in real estate in 2008, and all I had was a coffee farm. And I found out that I couldn't survive on coffee. I found out that the coffee I was growing on my farm was being sold in the United States for $30,000 roasted. And my net profit was $600. So what I found was that coffee is a hugely siloed industry. By the time it left my little farm and made its way to your office coffee pots, I was an afterthought a long time ago as a farmer. And if you look at all the things that happen in the coffee value chain, it's highly complicated, with lots of hands touching it. Every one of those hands touching it was making money in a buy-sell. So what Thrive did was we collapsed it all, and we created a table. And so at that table, two people sit, the customer and the farmer. Now the people at this table, that big smile in the center, keep your eye on his face. His name is Franco Garbanzo, and he's the farmer. He was one of the first farmers outside of our original 4 farmers in San Rafael, Costa Rica. And the guy staring at him, smiling at him, is one of our largest customers. He works for Chick-fil-A. And what you have here is the head of the account for Chick-fil-A for us, sitting with a farmer in his house in Costa Rica. If there ever was a photo that embodied what Thrive is about, it's that. Basically, we collapsed it all, and we allowed corporate America to vote with their dollars to put money in a farmer's pocket. How simple an idea. Someone's working in farm to table here. Does everybody know what farm to table is? Well, we do it at scale with coffee. And the results were amazing. So this graph right here will show you the bottom line, the green line, is fair trade. That's what you get if you get fair trade, coffee, if you have to engage fair trade. It's basically an insurance policy, and it's $1.60. The blue line above that is $1.80, and you see it goes up and goes down. That's the commodities market. The commodities market is the farmer's worst enemy, because it goes up and down and up and down, and it's like you don't know which day you're going to hit red or which day you're going to hit black. It's a horrible way to run a business. The blue line is the realistic line. That's the line of the actual markets inside Guatemala. So for a very good quality coffee, that would be the market that a farmer may get for their coffee. But then look at Thrive. Because what we did is we took it all the middlemen. We collapsed the value chain. We created a table, and all that value that was in those buy sells before, now that margin can go back to the farmer. So that's how we operate. And the results are, one community in Guatemala, this is 14 farmers, we're actually serving some of their coffee out here at the table. Their cumulative additional income in the last 3 crop years, 14 farmers, $130,000. Now that's amazing when you think about someone's basic overall salary in a community like that is $5,000. You can do the math on the impact. I didn't come here to brag about Thrive. I came here to challenge you. This year, Thrive was on the number 19 on the Inc. 500 list. How powerful an idea, huh? Now, some people would measure that as success. Do you recognize the face? That's not success. Let me show you what success is. This is success. There's a gentleman back over here by the name of Michael George. Michael, are you here? Could you stand up? Everybody give him a hand. Michael took this photo. He came down for Inc. 500 and he did a full photo shoot of Thrive. to put the photo in the magazine this year. But when I got this photo in my email, I said, Michael, will you please let me use it? Because it tells a story of Thrive. The lady in the photo is Marixa, and it's Franco's wife. And do you see the reflection in the photo? Who is it? It's Franco. Anybody remember a book by the name of Good to Great by Jim Collins? Well, it's a book that changed my life because I used to think that being on the lights in Times Square was success. But Jim talks about in his book an L5 leader. And an L5 leader is always pushing the best on his team, which has been shown through this group this whole session so far. And if an L5 leader can't find someone to put the credit on, he counts it to luck, or she counts it to luck. But in this situation, I can account our success to our farmers and to our customers who've decided to look at the world in a different way, much like Marix is looking through this window. Because Jim Collins in his book says, a great L5 leader, when things go well, he looks through the window, or she looks through the window, and he finds someone to attribute credit through that window for. And when things don't go well, they look in a mirror, and the person they see in the mirror is the one that's held accountable for it. So my challenge is this. Can you say today, in the businesses you're operating, that you've looked through the window as you drink your cup of coffee, and you can see the farmer on the other end? And are you giving the credit or her the credit for it? Just like Marix is looking out the window at her husband working right now. The other side is the farmer, can he look out his window or her window and see you, the customer, and say, yes, that customer is making a difference in my life. That person that's drinking my coffee is my partner. See, that's the true power of farm to table. It's not a concept. It's real. In today's world, you can have a cup of coffee that makes a difference. And it doesn't have to have a sticker on it. It doesn't have to have a certification on it. Because you are the certification. You know the people that grow it. And so I want to challenge you to think about it. In anything in your supply chain, can you look through your window today as company leaders and supply chain leaders and look down your supply chain and say, yes, that person who produced that thing for me that I'm using in my business, I give them the credit for it. Can you identify who that person is? That's the first question. The second question is, does that person know who I am that's using this product? Coffee's ubiquitous. We all use it. We all love it. We all want a great cup of coffee. We love to talk about it. We love to brag about it. We like to say we like cream and sugar. We like 10 different ways to make it when we make it at home. But do we know who grows it? Are we willing to take a step with something so small in our P&L, like a cup of coffee, and make a difference there first? And so, around the kitchen table, there are farmers every day that so very much want to be a part of your lives. And they really care about what they do. And what Thrive Farmers has done is given a platform for their future customers to care as well. And so I hope you enjoy the coffee. We're here to talk more with you, but I want you to know that there's a lot more in that cup of coffee than the great taste. There's a farmer in Costa Rica, Guatemala, Brazil, somewhere right now who's looking through their window and saying, thank you for drinking it. Do you like it?